La siguiente estación, Seymour Village.
A month and a half ago in November, I bought myself the Insta360 X3 Action Camera. So, 360 Action Cam. As you can see on the side, there's people that are doing lots of outdoor activities with this camera. We're just gonna start off with the good. The good of this camera, it is a really, really nice quality camera. It has two incredible lenses in the front and in the back, and it has like two microphones on the side that lets you capture different types of it is so versatile, such a little versatile camera, and I absolutely fell in love with it immediately because of the amount of stuff that you're able to do. So the purchase that I made from the Insta360 website, like the storefront itself, was I bought the camera, I bought the SD card. It lets you purchase like a 128 gigabyte Insta360 SD card. I bought the camera, and then it came with this like tripod selfie stick thing. So the only thing about this little camera is that you need to be very careful with the fact that the lenses are outside of its body, because it can lead to easy scratching and easy damage of the lenses. So what I did is I purchased the camera and the SD card from Insta360, and then I bought accessories from like Walmart, and I had purchased these they're like little contact lenses that you like adhere to like the outside of the body of the camera so that it would protect your lenses. But I tried two different types, and I had to remove them all because no matter what, there's like an option within the software that like says you have like a lens guard on, so it adjusts for distortion. Distortion was not the problem. The problem was the fact that you could see the inner lens reflecting off of the inside of the plastic. So it's like, what's the fucking point of buying a clear guard if all you can see is the camera lens being reflected back? It's fucking stupid. So if you have this camera, you want to record a good quality video, you need to let the lens hit the world like raw. Like just, you need to raw dog the world with your lens. If you want to have like really good quality like video, you can't be using the like any sort of lens protection, because all you're gonna do is see your camera reflected back through the plastic. It's absolutely stupid. So good quality video, you need to just let this camera record the world raw, like just no filter, no plastic, no shield, no nothing. Like you need to have this lens like just looking at the world raw. And unfortunately, that doesn't really go hand in hand with action camera, you know? Like if you have to be careful with the lens, you can't just take this anywhere, because it doesn't work. It just doesn't. I'm so sorry to say it, but it doesn't. So within the first week that I bought this, I scratched the back lens, and I was like, well, fuck, there goes half of my camera. Like now there's like, if I record through the back, there's like a spot in the center of the thing. The same thing with the front. I recently came back from vacation and I had it on my selfie stick, and then my dumbass decided to walk away from it. And then what did it do? It just went kaplow, right fucking slam, and then I just watched it fall, and I was like, there goes my camera. At the start of my trip too, which was so upsetting. God damn, I was so upset about that. When it comes to the software, the Insta360, so this camera has a removable battery. As you can see right here, comes with a battery. It has like it's a fine battery life. I don't know. I wouldn't know how to compare it. This was my first action camera. So it has a removable battery. And I myself purchased extra batteries because I was like, I knew I was going to go out and about and I was going to be using this heavy, like heavy, bro. I was going to be using it heavy. You can see the original Insta360 SD card right here, 128 gigabytes. I ended up purchasing 2 extra SD cards from Samsung that were 512 gigabytes each, I believe, right? Yeah, I ended up purchasing like some pro Samsung 512 gigabytes. So as you can see, I have the Insta360 SD card reader. So what you do is you remove your battery from your camera and then you slide out your SD card and then you pop that little sucker into the reader and then you just plug this into your phone. You just plug it into your iPhone and then you can like through the app you can go through your gallery, you can edit the videos themselves right there, you can make them 360 video, you can make them like not 360, you can change the keyframes, you can do everything. But once you export those videos from the app, the first 10 seconds will be fine, and then after that the audio is just off. The audio is not match, it does not match, it's delayed. And it doesn't matter if you separate the audio track and like you have it on its own thing because the video itself distorts through the app. Long story short, any video that is exported using the app has a delay. So you can try to shorten the video. Let's say that your audio track is 5 minutes long and your video ends up being 5 minutes, 4 seconds, 0.73. So you separate them and you're editing them together and then you minimize your video to be 5 minutes. It still doesn't match up because somewhere the video just like glitches and it slows down a little bit and then it goes and then it slows down in another spot and then it goes and it slows down. So like the video will get distorted randomly. The video just randomly gets distorted. The audio is fine. And it's like, what the, like only in the app, only in the app. The workaround of that is you either just take the SD card out and you plug it in directly to a computer, or you just plug your camera in directly to your computer using the USB-C, and then you download the application for the Insta360 on the desktop and you do it through there. However, it is so easy to edit in the app. So it's like, fix your freaking app. Fix your app because it's so easy and so convenient when you're just on your phone and you like to edit the 360 video on the phone is so much easier than doing it on the desktop. Because when you're on the desktop, it's just so much more complicated. The app has like, it's not user friendly. Whereas on the actual application, like on your phone, it's much more user friendly. It's much more intuitive, like where you go to like be like, oh, do this, do that, do that, do that, set the keyframe, set the keyframe, set the keyframe. It's not that easy to do it on the desktop. It's much more complicated on the desktop, but it's the only option if you don't want video that has audio delayed, or no, video that is delayed from your audio. So yeah, that's my biggest gripe, is the fact that the app had, like, no matter what you do, like let's say you record a 20-minute video where you're sitting down and then you export it to try and edit it, or no, you edit it on your phone and you're like, ooh, chop this thing down to like 5 minutes. This is a nice little sweet little video. You export it, you upload it, and then you look at it and you're like, wait a second, like the audio doesn't match the video. What the My advice is be very careful with this camera if you've bought this camera, because it's a very good camera. I repeat, very good quality. The only thing when it comes to like functionality that I wish it had is like a zoom function. I wish you could zoom in and out. I wish you could zoom in and out, but you can't zoom in or out. So it's like whatever's in frame is whatever's in frame. And it's like, again, like when you're shooting in 360 degree, afterwards, when you can edit that out and just single out what you want, it doesn't really matter if you can or cannot zoom. But the fact that like you're discouraged from doing that because the application just sucks. And it's not even a new thing, it's not a recent thing. Like I went on to like Reddit, I searched Reddit, I searched different forums, I searched different, like I just googled the questions, and this has been a thing for years that Insta360 just has chosen to not address, not fix. So yeah, so if you buy this camera and you're doing like sit down videos talking and all that, you're gonna need to upload it to your computer. Like don't go through the phone, because it's just, trust me, just save yourself the hassle and just go directly to the desktop. Um Also, highly recommend buying like some protective case, protective gear. I purchased this like metal case, and then I had also purchased a silicone cover. And the silicone cover was the most helpful because it came with like a little, with this lens cover. And my dumbass never thought of keeping it in here and then just sliding this, like forcing this little thing over the top part. And that's why both of my lenses are now scratched, and I am now like 60% ready to like buy a new one. But you know, because I was reckless. I have a scratch in the center on the inner lens, and I have a scratch in the center on the outer lens, okay? This camera is useless now if you try and record like visuals, because all you see is that fucking spot. And it's like, God damn it. I'm so pissed at myself. I'm so pissed at myself that I let them both get scratched so quickly. So again, warning. If you buy this camera, do not purchase the SD card reader. Honestly, you will think like, oh, it's gonna be so convenient, I can just do it to my phone, but you can't use the videos. So like, unless you're only doing shit where like, let's say you go out and you record a bunch of like B-roll footage, and that you're then gonna use to like as a voiceover function, and so the audio from that footage does not matter, then yeah, go for it. Buy this, upload it, send them out, export them, do whatever you need. But if there are visual cues to the audio within your videos, you're gonna need to export. You're gonna need to use your computer. You don't use this, don't use your phone, don't use the app. It's just a waste of time for you. I'm telling you ahead of time. And then last is, I've already said, be very careful with the lenses. Buy this case and then just fucking buy something that lets you stretch over the lens covers. When you are not using the lenses, cover these lenses and protect these lenses, because they're great. They're great lenses. It's a great camera, just fragile, and it's not the action camera that you would assume it is gonna be based off of these images. You know, you got to be way more careful than the people in these images are being. I'll tell you that much.